Morning.
Morning, ma'am.
Morning. Hello.
Are you fine? Any problem?
No, I'm totally perfect. And what about you?
I am also
Good.
good. So let us begin the class. Sit in any comfortable position. Spine straight. Adopt Gyanar Chin Mudra. Eyes closed. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for 3 times Om, followed by opening mantra. Opening mantra, repeat after me. Yogena chittasya padena vacham.
योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचा
Malam sarirasya cha vaidyakena.
मलं शरीरस्य च वेदकेन
Yopakarottam pravaram muninam.
योपाकरोत्तं प्रवरं मुनिना
Patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi.
पतञ्जलिं
Join your both palm together in front of heart center. Bow down your head towards God, towards Mother Nature. Rub your both palms. Apply an eyes. Slowly and gently open your eyes. Om Shanti.
ॐ शान्ति
So our today's topic is types of synovial joint. Yesterday you learnt about types of joints. Kritanjali ma'am,
Yes, sir.
yesterday we learned about type of joints.
Yes, sir.
Our topic was lower limb and type of joints. Am
Yes,
I
sir.
correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So our today's topic is types of synovial joints. The third classification of third
joint.
structural classification, that is synovial joint. And you asked me about the meaning of mantra.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So yogena chittasya padena vacham means yogena chittasya padena vacham malam sarirasya cha vaidyakena yopakarottam pravaram muninam patanjalim pranjalirana tosmi, who purifies the impurities of the mind. You note down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who purifies the impurities of the mind by removing the chitta vrittis, by removing the chitta vrittis. That is yogena chittasya, means who purify the impurities of the mind by removing the chitta vrittis. Then padena vacham means who purifies the expression of speech who purifies the expression of speech by pada. Pada means grammar. Yogena chittasya padena vacham means first one meaning yogena chittasya, who purify the impurities of mind by removing the chitta vrittis by yoga, aid by yoga, by yoga. Who purifies the expression of speech by pada means grammar, through grammar. Malam sarirasya cha vaidyakena, and who purifies the impurities of the body, who purifies the impurities of the body through Vaidya means medical science. Who purifies the impurities of the body through medical science. Then yopa karottam pravaram muninam. He who is an expert in removing the impurities of body, mind, and speech, to that most excellent of munis. Yopa karottam pravaram munina means to that most excellent of munis. Patanjalim means who is Patanjali, जो कि पतंजलि हैं, Pranjalirana tosmi. I bow down with folded hands. I bow down towards Patanjali with folded hands. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You want to know meaning in Hindi also?
सर लग
पतंजलि
जाए।
में, हाँ?
सर बोल दो एक बार।
योगेन चित्तस्य मीन्स योग से चित्त का, योग से चित्त का, पदेन वाचाम, पद मीन्स व्याकरण से, वाणी का, पद से वाणी का, पदेन वाचाम, पद मीन्स हियर, पद मीन्स व्याकरण, ग्रामर, व्याकरण से वाणी का। यहाँ पे ऐसा क्यों आ रहा है? योगेन चित्तस्य, पतंजलि ने क्या किया है? योग को सिस्टमाइज किया है महर्षि पतंजलि ने, तो उन्होंने हमको योग दिया, तो योग से चित्त का, पदेन वाचाम, उन्होंने पाणिनि के व्याकरण जो अष्टाध्यायी है व्याकरण भाष्य किया है, तो पद से वाणी का, उन्होंने ग्रामर को सिंप्लीफाई किया, तो व्याकरण से वाणी की शुद्धि करते हैं। मलम शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन, और तीसरा कार्य वो क्या करते थे? वैद्यकी का कार्य करते थे। तो वैद्य भी थे, पतंजलि वैद्य भी थे, तो वैद्यकी से शरीर के मल का जो शोधन करने वाले हैं योपाकरोत्तम, जो जिन्होंने ऐसा उपकार किया है, प्रवरम मुनि नाम, ऐसे श्रेष्ठ मुनि, पतंजलि, पतंजलि को प्रांजलिरान तोस्मी, मैं अंजलिबद्ध नमस्कार करता हूँ। समझ में आ गया?
यस सर।
ओके।
Can you please tell me what is the name of this mantra? This is the opening mantra for, but the specific name?
This is, ma'am, this is the prayer towards Maharshi Patanjali.
Ah, okay.
This is the prayer of Maharshi Patanjali.
Okay.
So our today's topic is types of synovial joints. There are 6 types of synovial joints. Note down. There is 6 types of synovial joints. SYNOVIAL. The first one is hinge joint. HINGE. Hinge joint. Hinge joints, note down, hinge joints allows movement. Hinge joints allows movement primarily in one plane. Primarily in one plane. The bones fits together. The bones fit together perfectly. The bones fit together perfectly. One convex and the other concave. One convex and other concave. One bone in this type of joint, one bone will be concave shape and one bone will be convex shape. The example is knee joint. This is this visible?
Yes, sir.
The knee joint, elbow joint, ankle joint, knee joint, elbow joint, ankle joint, and interphalangeal joint. Interphalangeal joint. PHALANGEAL. Interphalangeal joint. What is interphalangeal joint?
Between the phalanges.
Yeah, between the phalanges. Where is phalanges?
In our finger.
In our finger. These are the phalanges. These all joints between phalanges. There is 2 joints between phalanges in each finger. 2 joints are there. These joints are interphalangeal joint. Okay. These are the example of hinge joint. Second type of joint is pivot joint. PIVOT. Pivot joint. In this joint, the rounded bone hits into shallow depression in another bone. In this joint, the rounded bone hits into shallow depression in another bone. One bone rotates around another within a concave ring. One bone rotates around another within a concave ring formed in the second bone. What is the example of pivot joint?
The humor and the shoulder one.
No.
No.
Atlantoaxial joint. Atlantoaxial joint. Our first and second vertebra joint. That gives movement to our head. Rotation. This rotation provided by atlantoaxial joint. So this is the example of pivot joint, where one bone fits into shallow depression in another and provide rotation. One bone rotates around another. That is pivot.
Can you please repeat this name of this joint here?
Pivot, P-I-V-O-T. Yeah, this
Yeah.
joint. Atlantoaxial. A-T-L-A-N-T-O. Atlantoaxial. A-X-I-A-L. Atlantoaxial joint. And the second example is ulnar radius joint. The joint between ulna and radius. The both bones of lower arm. This joint. Is this visible?
Yeah.
This
Yes,
joint
sir.
is known as ulnar radial joint. So our next point is ellipsoid joint. ELLIPSOID. ELLIPSOID. Ellipsoid joint. So what is ellipsoid joint? In this joint, an oval shaped condyle, condyle means ball type shape of one bone. In this joint, an oval shaped condyle of one bone fits into an elliptical cavity. Oval shaped condyle of one bone fits into an elliptical cavity in another bone. The example of elliptical joint is metatarsophalangeal joint. Where is metatarsophalangeal joint?
Foot.
Yeah, foot. Metatarsophalangeal joint or metatarsal and toes. Joint between metatarsal and toes. Second example is radiocarpal joint. That is the joint between radius and carpal bone. Radius and carpal.
Which joint, sir?
Radiocarpal. Radius and carpal.
Okay.
And third example is metacarpal phalangeal joint. Metacarpal phalangeal means our hand and palm and finger. Joint between palm and finger. Metacarpal phalangeal joint. The example of ellipsoid joint. Next point is saddle joint. SADDLE. Saddle joint. Saddle joint is similar to condyle joint. What is condyle joint?
Ball
Condyle-
shape.
Yeah, ellipsoid joint. That is ellipsoid joint. Ellipsoid joint, also known as condyle joint. So the saddle joint are similar to condyle joint, but the connecting bones are shaped more like interlocking saddle. It looks like interlocking saddle, like this. This shape. This shape is saddle. This allows a greater range of motion than hinge joint. This allows a greater range of motion than hinge joint. But does not allow complete rotation. This allows greater range of motion than hinge joint, but does not allow complete rotation like ball and socket joint. Understood? It allows more rotation than hinge joint, but does not allow full rotation like ball and socket joint. So what is the example of saddle joint? The carpo-metacarpal joint of thumb. Where is carpo-metacarpal joint of thumb? Where is thumb? This is thumb. The thumb's carpo-metacarpal joint. Not this one, this lower part, lower one. Yeah. Carpo-metacarpal joint of thumb. This portion. This joint. The lower portion of thumb. Rotate this. Yeah, this one, ma'am. Our next joint is gliding joint. Gliding. Gliding joint. In this type of joint, the articular surfaces of a gliding joint, are usually flat. The articular surfaces of gliding joints are usually flat. That permits only back and forth and side to side movement. That permits only back and forth and side to side movement. No rotation or twisting is possible. There is no rotation or twisting is possible because the bones are packed closely together. Because the bones of gliding joints packed closely together. The examples of gliding joints are intercarpal and intertarsal joints. The intercarpal, the 8 bones of carpal and the 7 bones of tarsal. There is no rotation, no twisting, but little slightly movement is there, that is gliding movement. That is side to side or back and forth movement only in carpal and in tarsals. So intercarpal and intertarsal joints are the example of gliding joint. And next example is sternoclavicular joint. Sterno, S-T-E-R-N-O, sternoclavicular, C-L-A-V-I-C-U-L-A-R, sternoclavicular joint. Where is stern?
So these are the 8 नहीं हो गए ये joints. आपने 6 बोला था.
Which one, ma'am?
So you have said before the synovial joints are 6 type, but we are heading to 8.
Which one? Repeat your joints. First one is hinge joint.
You have said there are 6 type of synovial joints.
Yeah. First one is hinge joint.
Hinge joint, pivoid joint, ulnar radius.
No.
Then is elliptical.
Ulnar radius is example. not type.
Example.
Yeah, that is example.
Okay.
Ulnar radius is the example of pivot joint, not that type of joint. That is example
Okay.
of
Then
pivot
third one
joint.
is the ellipsoid,
Yeah, third one is ellipsoid.
and radial carpal is the example of it.
A radial carpal is the example of ellipsoid. Yes.
Okay.
And fourth is saddle
Saddle.
joint. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And fifth one is gliding. Correct?
Yes, sir. Correct.
So second example of gliding joint is sternoclavicular joint. Where is sternoclavicular?
Here.
Here.
Yeah, here.
The joint between sternum and
Sternum.
clavicle. Sternum and clavicle.
Sternum.
Is this visible?
Yes, sir.
This joint is sternoclavicular joint.
Yes, yes. Gliding one.
It moves slightly when we doing clavicular breathing. So this is the example of gliding joint, sternoclavicular joint. The next example is acromioclavicular joint. Acromioclavicular joint. Where is acromioclavicular? Acromion region, acromion part of scapula and the clavicular. Acromioclavicular joint, this joint. Look here. This joint is acromioclavicular joint. And next example is sternocostal joint. This is sternum. Kritanjali ma'am, look here.
Yes, sir.
This is sternum. The ribs joint, both sides of sternum is known as sternocostal joint. Sternocostal joint. And the next example is vertebrocostal joint. Same backside. Joint between vertebral column and ribs. That is vertebrocostal joint. And one more example is sacroiliac joint. The joint between sacrum and ilium of hip bone. Is this visible? This joint? This is sacroiliac joint. Our last joint is, last point, ball and socket joint. Ball and socket joint, the 6th point. Ball and socket joint is the most freely movable of all joints. Ball and socket joint is the most freely movable in all joints.
Is the most movable?
Yeah, most freely movable. Most freely movable in all joints. In this ball-like structure of one bone fits in a socket-like structure of another bone. There is one ball-like structure in one bone and one socket-like structure in another bone. The example of ball and socket joint is
Shoulder bone.
shoulder joint and hip joint. Here
Okay.
is humerus head, that is ball type structure, and glenoid cavity, that is socket type structure. Here is glenoid cavity and humerus ball articulates together. So this is the example of ball and socket joint. Here, look here, this is femur head, that is ball type structure, articulates in acetabulum of hip, that is socket type structure.
Sir, repeat क्या बोला?
The humerus head ball type structure
Mhm.
articulates where? In
Glenoid cavity.
glenoid cavity.
Okay.
Humerus head articulates in glenoid cavity. Glenoid cavity is socket type structure. So this is known as ball and socket joint. The example of ball and socket joint. And second one is the femur head. Femur head,
Hmm.
that is ball type structure, articulates in acetabulum of hip. Acetabulum of hip bone, that is socket type structure. So this is also the example of ball and socket joint, where femur head articulates with acetabulum of hip.
Okay, sir.
So this was all about our types of synovial joint. Any question? If you have any question, you can ask. No question? Then we move further. Movements at synovial joint. Movements at synovial joint. Types of movement. Movements at synovial joint. First one is flexion. Flexion. What is flexion?
To stretch. Stretch kind of.
No.
No.
Bending. Bending or reducing angle between bones. Bending or reducing angle between bones, known as flexion. Bending or reducing angle between two bones or between joints is known as flexion. It takes place at elbow. It takes place at elbow, knee. It takes place at elbow. Look here, elbow movement. That is, this is
Flexion.
flexion. At knee, this is flexion. Okay. Wrist. Look towards wrist. This is flexion. Reducing angle between radius ulna and our palm. Shoulder. The shoulder. You create one imaginary line here at the shoulder and take your hand up. This is reducing angle between shoulder and that line is known as flexion. Elbow, knee, wrist, shoulder, vertebral column. Vertebral column means bending front. Bending front. Bending front is comes under flexion. The movement, front movement of vertebral column. Forward bending. Forward bending comes under flexion. Neck, this movement. Look here. This downward movement of neck is known as flexion. And fingers, the movement of fingers. Move downward your fingers. This is the flexion. Next movement is extension. Extension. It is opposite to flexion. Opposite to flexion. Straightening of limbs. Straightening of limbs are increasing angle. Are increasing angle. Same example, elbow. This is flexion. This is flexion, straightening our upper limb. That is extension. At knee, same. Bended knee, extend your knee. That is extension. In wrist, this is flexion, extend your arm. This is extension. Vertebral column, if you are initially bent, raise yourself up, that is extension. Okay. Next is abduction. Moving away from midline. Moving away from midline. Look here. This is normal position of limb. Moving away from midline. This is midline. Moving away from midline is abduction.
Abduction.
It happens in upper limb and lower limb. It also happens hands, legs, fingers. Like hand. In hand, this is abduction. It's going away from midline. In fingers, the center, middle finger is the axis. Open your finger. It goes away. It goes away. All the fingers goes away. So this is abduction. The opposite to abduction is adduction. Means aiding. Like this is open fingers. Aid all the fingers close together. This is adduction. Are taking towards axis. Is adduction. Next is pronation. 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 What is pronation? Turning palm of hand down. Turning palm down. This movement is pronation. Palm is like this. Turning palm down is pronation. And opposite to pronation, there is supination. Turning palm upward. Turning palm upward is supination.
Can we call it also the twisting also?
Not, this is not palm twisting. No, this is the upper arm twisting, not palm twisting.
Mm-hmm.
Next is circumduction. What is circumduction? Movement of a limb in circular motion, that provides circular motion, like our upper limb movement. This one, full rotation, it provides circular motion. This is circumduction. Or lower limb, our leg also provides circumduction. Next is rotation. The movement around the long axis of bone, means head turning side to side. This movement is rotation. Or twisting the body, the Kati Chakrasan. Kati Chakrasan also comes under rotation. There is two type of rotation, lateral and medial. When we rotate side, this is lateral. This is lateral rotation, and when we come back to axis is medial. Lateral rotation and medial rotation, two types of rotation is there. Next is inversion. What is inversion? Turning sole of foot inward, like our sole of foot like this. Turning sole of foot inward like this. This one is inversion. And turning sole of foot outward is eversion. This is inversion, this is eversion. It happens only foot, not hand. And there is other three types of flexion: dorsi, plantar, and lateral. What is dorsiflexion? Pointing toe downward, pointing our toe downward. Look here, the pointing toe downward is dorsiflexion. And plantar, pointing toe upward. Pointing toe upward is plantar. And what is lateral flexion? Bending the neck towards left or right is lateral flexion. This is lateral flexion. Bending the neck or body, like Tiryak Tadasana. Tiryak Tadasana is the example of lateral flexion. Next is elevation. Movement in superior direction. Movement in superior direction when you lifting yourself up. That is elevation. And next is depression, movement in inferior direction. When you're going towards gravity, that is depression. Next is protraction. Protraction. What is protraction? When you're taking shoulder forward, this movement is protraction. And opposite this movement, this one is retraction. When you're taking shoulder back. Okay. I will repeat once again tomorrow. If you have any doubt, ask me tomorrow. Now sit in any comfortable position. Spine straight. Adopt Jnana Chin Mudra. Eyes closed. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Inhale for one time Om, followed by closing mantra. Om. Closing mantra repeat after me. Yogena chittasya paden vacham malam sarirasya cha vaidyakena yopakarottam pravaram muninam patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pasyanto, ma kaschid dukha bhag bhavet. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Join your both palm together in front of heart center. Rub your both palms. Apply an edge. Slowly and gently open your eyes. Om Shanti. Namaste.
Namaste.
We will meet again at 2 o'clock.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.